All right. Welcome back to the second Domo Show. Now, last week, Tier List Tuesday got a little heated, and I stand by all of my choices. Turkey is still garbage, even with gravy. I don't understand how any of you eat it. You have to drink a gallon of water after you just taste a little bit of it. And my aunt and uncle both prepared two different turkeys. There was a smoked turkey and then one I think just cooked in the oven. And I tried them both. It just wasn't it. Not a fault to them. Turkey's just not that good. I'm sorry. It's just not. But on this Tier List Tuesday, as you can tell by the wonderful title, it is Marvel movies. Now, I am a big fan of Marvel. You just a hater. Wow. Hey, this is gonna be a positivity stream, Colin, this time. Okay? We're not gonna be upset this time. We're just gonna have fun. Came in with a bad mindset. Oh, I'm sorry. If it's me coming in with a bad mindset, I'm sorry. If it's you coming in with a bad mindset, I'm gonna cheer you up to the best of my abilities. But yeah, we got the Marvel movies. A huge fan of Marvel, as you can tell by my shirt. I like all the Marvel movies. I thought about making a tier that was just that said just bad, but then I realized, in my opinion, I don't think there's really any bad Marvel movie. But as far as the tiers go, we got cream of the crop. That means top of the top. And then second, we got rewatch worthy. Third, we got very enjoyable. Fourth, we got just enjoyable. And then fifth, we got, it's all right. And then most of you probably know the rest of that saying. I couldn't fit it there, and there's a little bit of a bad word. But we're going to hit it head on, straight on. We're going from release date, because that's the only way that I think you should be allowed to watch it. If you watch it chronologically, because obviously everyone knows that the end credit scenes kind of go into the next movie most of the time. I think those are most important. As far as me judging this, I'm going to be judging it on like story, action, a little bit of the end credit scenes if I can remember them accurately, character development, that kind of stuff. So let's just get on to it. I know most of you are probably studying for finals right now, so I'm going to try to keep it short, unlike I've been able to do the last 2 live years. I'm very sorry for that, but let's just get into it. We got the first Iron Man. Brody is a different human being in this one. The guy that says Tony Stark built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Can't think of his name right now, but it's like a really weird name. I don't think it's rewatch worthy. I'm just gonna go just enjoyable. I'm gonna go very enjoyable because it is kind of the OG. It's a good movie. Right when I put it just enjoyable, I kind of forgot like the whole scene where he's like a slave and stuff. And he builds it with the one guy. Also, I'm bad with names, so it might seem like I'm not a very good fan. It's just because I'm not good with names. Yeah, Spider-Man movie, the OG. That's where I'm going off of. I don't have like the X-Men movies on here or Venom. But yeah, first one, the middle tier, very enjoyable. Now, the Incredible Hulk. Obviously, This is not Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. I don't know who. I don't know this. Obviously, it didn't really have much of a. I don't know how to word this, but obviously because changed Mark Ruffalo. I don't know. I kind of see it as kind of a throwaway movie, but hot take. This is one of my favorite action fighting Marvel movies because I love the Hulk, and the Hulk in that movie, the way he looked, the way he fought that other big strong hulky guy was dope. But I don't know because it doesn't really have much of a say in the rest of the Marvel universe. I just gotta put it at. I mean, it's all right. But the fighting, other than the Hulk scene of Ultron, where he's fighting Iron Man, I'd say that's my favorite Hulk fighting. When he comes out of the fire and takes his shirt off. Oh, that Hulk's dope. And now we got another Iron Man 2. And another thing that I wish they would have done different was not make many Iron Man movies early on. As I was putting this list in order, I kind of realized that, and I kind of wish they would have let his character develop more, in the Avengers movies, maybe, but whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I think, this is the one where it's the guy that was a nerd, and he can become fire or whatever. I can't think of his name right now. But Pepper becomes one of those fire people. Don Cheadle, his first appearance in the MCU. But that's all I can kind of say about it. He had the whole army of Iron Mans, but I'm going to put it at just enjoyable. It's definitely above, I mean, it's all right. But I don't think it can be very enjoyable. I don't think it's on the Iron Man 1 tier. And now, Thor. I personally would probably say that Thor is my favorite Avenger. Favorite character in the MCU. I like Thor. I like Chris Hemsworth. Me and him obviously look very similar. Both in the face, in the tries and buys, as we call it when we work out together. Loki's first appearance. I can only say just enjoyable for the first Thor. It's not anything special. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's anything special. I would take maybe. I would take the Thor 1 over Iron Man 2 though. I wasn't really a big fan of Iron Man early on. Obviously, it's pretty cool. But yeah, next is Captain America, the first Avenger. Gotta love Steve Rogers. Great character, Red Skull. Get to see the Tesseract. It's a very good movie. Agent Carter is in it. She's awesome. Bucky. First you see Bucky. I'm debating between two of them. And also, as we go on in the chat, if you disagree with something, let's go. Let's discuss it. But this is between rewatch worthy and very enjoyable. I don't think I can give it rewatch worthy though. It is above Iron Man though, in my opinion. Now the first Avengers. Loki is the bad guy. to open up that big portal. You know, his first time. Well, no, because I think Hawkeye is in the first Thor. And Black Widow is in one of the Iron Mans, I think, already. So yeah, we've already seen them. They kind of have a bigger role this time. Hulk makes his return. Hulk as Mark Ruffalo. He was great in this movie. Everyone was great in this movie. I should be clear. I'm debating between rewatch worthy and very enjoyable again. I gotta go rewatch worthy. The OG Avengers. It's a great movie. You know, Thor and Loki's brother banter. Yeah, great movie. And it was huge in the development of Tony Stark. Huge. Because, you know, it set up the PTSD thing, set up his, you know, he's destined to take it again. But yeah, and then we got Iron Man 3, which I wish they would have just waited on. I mean, he's got 3 movies. Iron Man has 3 movies in what? The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 out of the first 7 were Iron Mans. I'm not a big fan of that. But Iron Man 3 was very good. Pretty certain. Oh, wait. I think I might have messed up. Because Iron Man 3 was when they had. Iron Man 3 was the fire guy. Yeah. Iron Man 2 was the. Yeah. I had those messed up. Now I look like an idiot. Because that was like the Mandarin. I'm still going to put that just enjoyable. It is above those 2, though. There were just too much again. Now, Thor Dark World. Probably the least liked Marvel movie. But, well, almost the least liked Marvel movie. It's tough to say. I don't think it was. This might be just my bias toward Thor. But I mean, I don't think it was that bad of a movie. I'll just go just enjoyable. It'll probably stay in the last just enjoyable spot. I don't think it's at the, it's all right stage, in my opinion. There's a special place for some of those movies. Now, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. You know, Bucky falls off the cliff in the first Captain America. And, you know, he's back with a metal arm. I do believe one of the better movies in the MCU. It is not going to be the first cream of the crop, though. It will only be rewatch worthy. Good movie, though. I love this movie. Usually when it's on, like, I think TNT usually has random Marvel movies playing sometimes. Definitely, if it's on, I'll watch it. It's a good movie. Great movie. Great movie. Now, speaking of great movies, Guardians of the Galaxy 1. This was kind of somewhat of an intro to the kind of comedy side of Marvel. And I love comedy. I love superhero movies. I'm in a debate whether or not this is cream of the crop or rewatch worthy. I think it's only rewatch worthy. I don't think I can give it cream of the crop. It's an awesome movie, though. You know what? It's top of rewatch worthy. I love the Galaxy. You know, I am Groot. This is kind of, this is the only movie where Groot is like big Groot. Which, obviously, his fighting style is awesome. And now we haven't seen it in a long time. Well, I guess we had Teenage Groot in a later movie, but yeah. Then we got Avengers Age of Ultron. Also, another thing that I noticed, I didn't realize Guardians came out before Avengers Age of Ultron. It's kind of odd. To me, it's kind of odd. This is probably the least liked Avengers movie. I thought it was pretty cool, though. If you saw the What If series on Disney, watching that, and Ultron kind of goes crazy. I kind of like Avengers Age of Ultron. I think it, in my opinion, it's better than these four and just enjoyable. So I gotta go very enjoyable. It's kind of a hot take, probably, because this is probably the least liked of it. But I mean, you got Scarlet Witch and her brother, who I can't think of his name right now. You know, they're introduced. Obviously, Ultron's the bad guy. It's kind of a different type of bad guy this time. Yeah, more character development. You know, it kind of gives, Scarlet Witch goes into every one of the Avengers heads, besides Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye was the only one. Yeah, Hawkeye. Oh, and then Vision. Vision's introduced in this movie. Another good character. Now, Ant-Man. Now, as I stated, for Guardians, I like the comedy and superhero movies. And Ant-Man is funny. And it's a superhero movie. And this is going to be another hot take. Ant-Man's very enjoyable. It's above just enjoyable. It's better than these four. And I'm sorry if you disagree with that, but Paul Rudd is a legend. And that is an amazing movie. Actually, not amazing. Scratch that. It's a good movie. And it's very enjoyable. Now, the moment I've all been waiting for. Quoting Deadpool there. Civil War. Some of you that know me already know where I'm going to put this movie. This has my favorite villain of any Marvel movie in Zemo. You just have a stacked cast. Who do we have in here? Iron Man, Black Widow, War Machine. Can't see who those two people are. But Vision's on the side, Scarlet Witch is on the side, Hawkeye's on the side, Falcon, obviously Captain America. It's his movie, even though it's kind of like a mini Avengers movie. Black Panther gets introduced. Spider-Man gets introduced. Yeah, cream of the crop. Civil War is awesome. I don't know if that's a hot take, but Civil War is awesome. I mean, Zemo, 0 powers. And he turns the Avengers against each other. And he has 0 superpowers. Just the mind. Hear that, kids? It's all in the mind. Speaking of the mind, here's a character who's super smart. Doctor Strange. Pretty good movie. He fights Dormammu. I think I'm saying that right. It's kind of his introduction. I liked Doctor Strange. I don't think I can put it up with those four. Now in the What If series, Doctor Strange is awesome, but I can't put it at very enjoyable with those four. It goes down with these four. Now, Guardians 2. I talked about how much I liked Guardians 1. I think we all can agree that Guardians 2 wasn't quite at that level. It was kind of interesting, Peter Quill fights his dad and loses his quote-unquote dad. More touching moments, in my opinion, in Marvel. That probably gets overlooked. I think that was a really cool moment. I'm going to put Guardians 2 at very enjoyable, because I don't think it's at rewatch worthy level with these three, but it's definitely up there. If I had to go here, I'm probably putting it first ever, and now I'm probably going to do that. Hot take, probably. I know I'm not rating them 1 through 20, whatever. Kind of a good idea. Now, Spider-Man Homecoming. I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I haven't really watched the other two Spider-Mans, Andrew Garfield, and see, that's how much I watched it. I've sort of watched it. Just because I like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's probably my second favorite Avenger after Thor. I'm not going to do what probably a lot of you thought I was going to do and put it at rewatch worthy, but I will put it at very enjoyable, probably behind Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm going to stop doing that because that's not what tier lists are for. But yeah, it's a good movie. I wasn't a huge fan of the villain. It was a bird. I can't remember what bird it was. Was it Raven? I don't know. Some bird. Probably because they made all of his solo movies way too early or way too quick. But yeah, I like Spider-Man. It was a good movie. Now, Thor Ragnarok. I've already talked about the comedy superhero movies. This is the Thor that I like. This is my favorite Thor. The one-eyed, short-haired Thor. That's my favorite Thor. Hela is up there in villains in my book. I really liked this movie as a whole. Valkyrie. The Hulk is in it. Loki. It's awesome. It's cream of the crop in my book. Or on my tier list, technically. Love Thor Ragnarok. Definitely watching it multiple times. I probably watch it at least once a year. Same with Civil War. If I'm just bored at home, I'll just watch it. Great comedy. End credit scene is awesome. Korg, I completely forgot. Piss off, Ghost. Great line. Probably best line in Marvel Cinematic history. But yeah, next is Black Panther. I kind of messed up when I watched Black Panther because I ended up watching it right after I watched Infinity War. I know, it makes me a bad fan, whatever. So the first time I watched it, I didn't really have much respect for it. I think because the Infinity War, the hype over Infinity War and the crazy stuff about it, and then watching Black Panther, it was kind of less special effects, sort of. Obviously, the Infinity War. Black Panther's a great villain, Michael B. Jordan. Can't think of his name. So I can't put it at rewatch worthy though. I just gotta put it very enjoyable. It is very enjoyable, and that is why I put it there. And I think, by no surprise to people, I think everybody who does, I don't know if you can hear my father sneezing, but yeah, my father has the typical stereotypical. But I'm gonna just place this here, and if some of you guys want to do this tier list and maybe tweet it at me, and maybe I can review it for a future episode, I'm totally. but I'm gonna put it at cream of the crop, and that should be at everyone's. That should be on everyone's tier list right there. Cream of the crop, no doubt. It's awesome. Thanos, the snap, should have gone for the head. I'm not even gonna talk about it because there's too much to talk about in this movie. I remember after I watched it with my buddies, I got in the car and I just screamed because it was that good of a movie. It's an awesome movie because there's too much to talk about it, and I don't want this to be a super long one. Ant-Man and the Wasp. You got, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Duh. He gets stuck in the van at the end of the movie. It's kind of all I remember about it. So I can only put it at just enjoyable. I just don't remember much about this movie. Obviously, this was the phasing girl. Yeah, she was the villain. And then the other guy he was in Ride Along. Yeah, still just enjoyable, even though I remember it. Captain Marvel. When I first watched this movie, I would have put it at cream of the crop. I have to be honest. After I watched it a few times, and maybe wow, that was a good one. Maybe because of her roles in future movies, but that shouldn't have a say in it, but it is. It was kind of obviously she was a, very, kind of weird because it's set back in time, but I can just put it just enjoyable for now. I'm not going to be mean and put it at, it's all right. I don't think it deserves that. I'm just going to move on because I'm sure a lot of people would think that it deserves to go, it's all right. I don't. It was still a good movie. Next is Avengers Endgame. This should be the most, I don't know how to word this, but it's the movie that should have the most money that it got at the box office. This is where a lot of you are going to get mad at me. It's only rewatch worthy for me. I'm sorry. I know it's awesome. But to be cream of the crop, you have to match up. I'm kind of starting to second guess myself now. You know what? Endgame is cream of the crop. All right, so delete your comment. You probably just, your snarky comment. Get rid of that because I came to my senses and I put it at cream of the crop. Because I kind of had to think about all the stuff that happened. Captain America. Assemble. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then, obviously, I'm sorry. So delete your comment, or I'm going to delete it. I don't want to delete comments. So comment whatever you want. Spider-Man Far From Home. Jonah, who is not a very popular man amongst teenage and middle-aged Taylor Swift fans right now. I guess all Taylor Swift fans, I should just say. But guess what? This movie's awesome. The scene of the Peter tingle, of him in the illusion thing, that's awesome. So, because of that, this is probably another hot take. I have to go rewatch worthy. I love Spider-Man Far From Home. It's a hot take, but that's what I'm here for. And now, Black Widow. Obviously one of the newer ones. The rest of them are some of the newer ones. She, spoiler alert, if you don't want to have something spoiled, Mute now. She's dead, obviously. Unmute. But I think her sister saves this movie. I had a friend. He's gonna know who I'm talking about, and he said he might not have said this exactly, but he was not looking forward to this movie. And I was like, you know what? Give it a shot. You know, opening scene with "Smells Like Teen Spirit," that one version. That's awesome. I'm taking everything into account. But the sister, Black Widow's sister, who I can't think of her name right now, saves this movie. That's gonna be a hot take. If you haven't seen it, you can't be mad at me in the comments. This movie was very enjoyable for me. It was funny. It had good hand-to-hand combat. I enjoyed it. I don't really know what the rest of the people out there saw or what they thought of it, but I enjoyed it. It was very enjoyable to me. Now next, we have Shang Chi and the Ten Rings. I don't want to talk too much about these because I don't want to spoil it, because this is definitely one that you need to go see. I'll just say that I went and saw this movie twice in theaters. Kind of on accident by twice, but it was definitely worth seeing twice. Awesome characters. The comedic relief for those who have seen it. I was very nervous when I saw who it was, but I think she pulled it off. I don't think this is tough. Cream of the crop or rewatch worthy? I've obviously already rewatched it. I can only put it at rewatch worthy. I can't put it with those four. I know some of you might think that it already deserves to be up there with those four, but I can't. Maybe if I watch it again, I'll get, man, but the special effects were awesome too, but I can't put it with those four in my book. Now Eternals. I just watched Eternals on Saturday. So like 3 days ago. This is kind of getting hate, and after watching it, I don't understand why it's getting hate. It was very enjoyable to me. So, obviously, with every Marvel movie, with the exception of like, I think Infinity War didn't have one. I don't know if Endgame had one. The end credit scenes are, you have to stay for them, obviously. But Eternals end credit scenes, just because they're fresh in my mind, they were awesome. As well as Black Widow. Black Widow was really cool too. But Eternals, just because they're fresh in my mind, they were very cool. And they were my girlfriend's favorite. And if you know what it is, you probably. And now, I don't know why this person put Spider-Man Far From Home. Or, no, not Far From Home. Wait, is it Far From Home? I don't even know what it's called. I'm drawing a blank. No Way Home. Duh. How could I get that one wrong? But yeah, obviously, all of the rumors going on with multiple Spider-Man. Spider-Man? Is that what you call it? Or is it Spider-Mans? We'll just say Spider-Man. I think it has one. I'm not going to put it on my list, obviously, because I haven't seen it. But if I had to guess, I'm going to end up putting it rewatch worthy. And that's it for the second installment of Tier 2. If you guys want, it's probably not very hard to find. I might tweet out the link if you guys want to fill out the same one as me. If you guys want me to look at them and maybe react to them in a different episode or something. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Try to keep it a little bit shorter this time. I think my internet kind of stayed up better this time. But yeah, Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Look at the description for all the socials. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for NFL Week 13 predictions, hopefully. And I'll see you guys